Hi guys, Nick Montiel, owner of Essential Agency here, and I wanted to make this video because I want to actually explain to you guys exactly how the done for you service works from start to finish and the purpose of it. So the done for you service that we offer at Essential Agency is going to be for business owners that are very busy already. They already have either a lot of clients, they're already doing 7 or 8 figures, and they don't have the time to manage and maintain a system or software that we're going to build for them. They would prefer to spend the extra money to have us do everything for them from start to finish. And then the appointments will just show up on their calendar. And all they have to do is just sit down, close the appointments, and then move on to the next. So this is going to be more suited for those companies that are already in the later stages of their business. They're already making a lot of money. They already have a lot of clients. They're already very busy, and they don't have the time to handle this kind of operation themselves. So I'm going to share with you guys a document here that's going to very clearly outline exactly how we do things. I'm going to walk you through it and just explain, what basically what it costs, how it works, what we need to do, what the client is responsible of doing, and what you could expect if this is something that you would like to do. So here it is. So here is our scope of work. This is going to outline exactly how we do things from start to finish. It makes it pretty abundantly clear how things work with Essential Agency. And this is going to be what you could expect if this is something that you're looking to get from Essential Agency. So the first thing that we do when you decide to work with us is we need to build out a list of leads that we believe are going to be a good fit for you. So as you know, we are a very big believer in outreach. Outreach is the main method that we use to get these appointments and get these high quality prospects interested in your services. So the first thing that we do is we build out a lead list that's going to be best suited for your business. Now, this lead list can range from 5,000 people all the way to like 100,000 people. It depends on the amount of appointments you're looking for, and it depends on how specific or how targeted or how niche your ideal client is going to be. So that will determine the size of the lead list that we build for you. Now, keep in mind, right, the lead list is going to be cold. This is just a cold lead list, nothing more. This is just a lead list that we're going to use for our contacting. So once that's done, what we then need to do is we need to develop a messaging sequence. We need to develop how we're going to message these people, how it's going to function, how we're going to approach them, and how they're going to respond to it. That's the most important part as well, because a lot of people are going to respond very differently to some of the things that you might be saying, especially based on the industries that you're working with. Some industries might respond very differently opposed to other industries, right? So it's going to determine who we're working with, the ICP, the industry that ICP is located in. And yeah, so that's basically how that works. The second thing that we need to do is we need to basically acquire the domains necessary to begin the outreach. So for example, with our outreach efforts, we use a combination of email outreach, LinkedIn outreach, Twitter outreach, Facebook outreach, Instagram outreach. We do SMS marketing, and we also do cold calling as well. So for cold calling, there's nothing that really needs to be purchased there. For the SMS, we actually do the SMS marketing through our CRM, which is known as Airtable. And then we also do email outreach. So we have to buy actual domains for the actual email outreach to be possible. And then we also need to buy a lot of accounts on social media. So for example, we need to buy LinkedIn accounts, Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts that we're going to use on your behalf to do the outreach, right? So with that being said, we need to make sure that everything is configured appropriately. So that way everything is integrated and it looks like it's coming from your company, not ours, okay? The next thing that we need to do is Essential Agency already has a large network of individuals that we already have access to. So a lot of the times, Essential Agency will already have the people that you want to talk to within our network. So the first point of contact is going to be reaching out to the people within Essential Agency's network. And we're going to see if any of those people are going to be a good fit for your company. And if they are, we will send them your way right away. So you could expect these people to come to your way very quickly because we already have access to them and they're already interested. So the next thing that we do is we need to basically build out the connections based on what the business owner is currently have access to. So for example, if you are a business owner, you probably already have a large connection group or a large list of people that you currently have access to. The second point of contact would be reaching out to your direct network as well. Your direct network is going to already know who you are, and your direct network is going to be a lot warmer than someone that's never heard of you. So that would be the next point of contact, is going to be your direct network after our direct network, okay? So once that's done, what we then need to do is we need to make sure that all the individuals are going to be very, very carefully qualified. So once the outreach begins, we make sure that every single appointment or every single person that we talk to is of the highest quality. Now, how do we do this? It's a very good question. So every person that we work with is going to have a different idea of what they believe a qualified appointment is. So whatever that may be, whatever criteria that is, we make sure that that criteria is fully checked off from start to finish before we decide to book that person for an appointment to speak with you. So for example, when someone works with us, one of the first things that we do is we send them an onboarding questionnaire. The onboarding questionnaire is designed for us to get a very good idea of what you offer, what you're looking for, and what kind of leads you ideally would like to have in your calendar. So in order to make this possible, we have you provide us with a list of qualification questions. So qualification questions are there for us to ask the leads prior to them getting on a call with you. So for example, some of those qualification questions might include, what is your net monthly income? What is your gross monthly income? What is your current budget for something like this? How many clients are you currently working with? How many clients would you like to work with? Have you ever worked with a company like this before? Some questions like that to really qualify the individual, to get a very good background and understanding of who they are, what they need, and what their problems are. Because what we like to do with the qualification process is we like to build a problem during the qualification process and then provide that problem to our client. So the client is going to know exactly what to offer that person, and they're going to know exactly at what price point to offer that person at. We need to make sure that they're interested in working with our client before we book them in to speak with our client. We don't want to waste anyone's time, and we certainly don't want to waste your money. So we want to make sure that everything is qualified so that way you have the highest chance of converting this person into a client. Next section. Now, the whole purpose of this process is to acquire meetings with potential clients, and then obviously to have business transactions, right? So to convert those meetings into actual clients. That's the whole goal here, okay? So what does this look like in terms of timeline, in terms of process? So the first week that you work with us, we need to onboard you. So this is going to be where we exchange all of your information between our company and our company. We're going to gather all of your information that you provided to us. We're going to review it with our team. We're going to see what additional information we might need, what information might need to be changed, what information was good, what was bad, and maybe some suggestions that we could make to make what you have provided to us better, okay? The next thing that we're going to need is we're going to need to share each other's calendars, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using your calendar, okay, to schedule the calls. So if you use Calendly or whatever kind of booking link that you use to actually schedule your calls, we're going to need that information so that we can schedule the calls for you directly into your calendar. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The next thing that we need to do is we need to build out a CRM for you. We like to use Airtable because Airtable is what we're familiar with, but we can also use Go High Level. Now, CRM is going to be there to organize all the leads that we're talking to, all the leads that are getting booked, all the leads that we've spoken to, all the leads that have expressed interest, no interest. This is there to basically organize everything so that it's very clear to you what we've done, okay? The next thing is going to be building out the infrastructure. This is going to be the second week of what we're doing. So the second week is where we actually purchase all the domains, purchase all of the accounts, set up all the accounts, set up all the domains, make sure everything's running accordingly so that we can actually begin the outreach campaigns and begin our messaging sequences. So after that's done, what we need to do is we need to develop the messaging sequences for the emails, for the social media profiles, for the SMS, the cold calling. We need to verify it with you, confirm it with you to make sure you're happy with it and that you like it. Once that's all done, what we then do is we need to build out scripts for our team to use, including ourselves. And then we verify all that to make sure you're happy with it. And then once the messaging sequence and the scripts are all done and you check them out and you're happy with it, then we move on to the third week. The third week is where the actual outreach is going to begin. And we will start actually reaching out to potential prospects with the lead list that we had built for you on that third week. And you can expect the results to start coming in that same week or the week after. So during that entire time, we're constantly making adjustments and improvements to our outreach efforts to make sure that it is more efficient, more viable, and quicker. So the longer we do this, basically, the better we get. So if we decide to work together for months and months and months and months, you can expect after like 5-6 months of working together, our outreach efforts are going to be dialed in and to the T, and they're going to be super, super, super good. So the adjustments are ongoing and they happen every single day, depending on how the responses that we're getting, how people are, I guess, responding to us as well. And basically the amount of responses that we get to our initial message is going to really allow us to determine if any adjustments need to be made and what adjustments need to be made. So yeah, now here are the roles and responsibilities of Essential Agency. So Essential Agency, the big company, we've been doing this now for over a couple of years, over 3 or 4 years now. And we need to make sure that it's very clear to you what we're going to be doing for you and exactly what you can expect from us. So what we want to do is we want to ensure that all the leads and clients that we book for you into your schedule align with your criteria of what you deem to be qualified. We want to make sure that you're happy. We want to make sure that you're getting exactly what you paid for. We want to make sure that we're also targeting the right people. So we want to make sure that we chat with you on a regular basis to make sure that the people that we're targeting, the people that we're reaching out to, are exactly who you want to talk to. The next thing that we need to do as well, obviously, is we need to oversee everything. We oversee everything. We are the overseers of the entire campaign. We make sure that everything is running smoothly. We make sure that there's no issues or problems in our process and our systems and softwares. So we make sure that everything is constantly being overseen and improved on a daily basis. Okay. We need to make sure that the lead list is built. We do that ourselves. We don't expect you to do that. We build a lead list for you initially when we start working together. And as mentioned, this can be anywhere from like 5,000 to 100,000 people if necessary, depending on the amount of appointments you want and how niche or specific your industry is. Okay. Next thing that we do is we optimize and we create the messaging sequences, the workflows, and the campaigns, as well as the scripts that are going to be utilized for the DMs, for the emails, for the cold calls, for everything. Okay. So that's how that functions. And then what we also do is we need to obviously communicate with you regularly. So communication is very important to us. We want to make sure that we can get a hold of you whenever we need to, because sometimes a client or a lead might ask us a question that we might not be able to answer, and we need you to answer those questions. So we need to make sure that we can have constant communication with you. Okay. Last thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that obviously you're happy. So any kind of information or details that you can provide us with to improve our efforts, it will be very much appreciated. So any kind of request that you make, feel free to make any kind of request. It doesn't matter what it is. Let us know and we'll make it happen. So yeah, these are now the responsibilities of you if you decide to work with us. Okay. So what we ask of you is that you provide us with a very clear input and oversight of how you believe or how you think our outbound messaging sequences are working. So our messaging sequences are running 24/7. So if you don't like them, or there's something about the messaging sequence or the scripts that you don't like, please let us know so we can make those changes and those adjustments immediately so that you're happy with it and we can get better results. Second thing, we need to make sure that you can communicate with us regularly. So like I just said, we need to make sure that you're available to speak with us all the time. Obviously, business hours preferably. We need to make sure that we can get a hold of you whenever we need to, because this is very important to us and we want to make sure you're happy with your results. Next thing that we need, obviously, is we need to make sure you can provide us with everything that we need. So when we start working together, we're going to provide you with an onboarding questionnaire. We need to make sure you provide us with all of the details necessary for us to begin the campaign. So we are very anal with what we need. We want to meet, we require a lot of information and a lot of details on your behalf because we want to make sure that our efforts are very targeted, very precise, and very well worth both of our times. So yes, we need to make sure you're constantly sending us whatever we need to make sure that we're doing a good job. Okay. You are going to get reports weekly, monthly, and sometimes bi-weekly as well, just to keep you updated on what's going on. Now, the servicing costs are as follows. So we charge per appointment. So the way it works is you pay upfront for however many appointments you're looking for. Now, we have different options when it comes to appointments. So we have a 1 appointment pack, a 5, a 10, a 20, and a 40. Depending on how many appointments you want, the cost of the packages significantly get cheaper the higher you go. But this is exactly what the cost of the appointments cover. So there's a reason why we charge up front. We charge up front because there's a lot of costs that need to be paid for before we can even begin our outreach efforts and we can even begin our campaign. So a lot of things need to be paid for up front in order for us to even get started. So this is the purpose of the upfront fees, and this is what it covers. So the first thing that it covers is it covers all the marketing materials necessary to begin the campaign. Then, obviously, we need to buy all your domains. We need to buy all of your social media accounts. In some cases, we need to buy, 10 LinkedIn accounts for you, 10 Instagram accounts for you, 10 Facebook accounts for you, Twitter accounts. We need to buy a CRM for you. We need to buy all these things for you, right? So you can have a successful campaign. Another thing that it covers as well is managing communications with all of your potential clients and all of your leads that are coming through. The other thing that it covers as well is curating the list of leads that we build for you initially for your specific criteria, setting up necessary digital infrastructure for outreach. Like I just said, we need to buy your domains, your accounts, your SMS software, your CRM software, all that stuff costs a lot of money up front, and we need to pay for that, right? So this is what this is going to be covering. We need to make sure that the scripts are all created, the messaging sequences are all created and optimized accordingly. We need to make sure that the appointments are getting delivered to your standard. We need to make sure they're qualified. We need to make sure that everything is vetted appropriately. And also, we need to make sure that, you're providing us with constant feedback to make sure that you're happy with what is happening. So this is exactly what the service costs are covering and why we charge up front. So as you can see, the package pricing is as follows. So if you want to just do one appointment at a time, nobody does this, but it is an option, is $300 per appointment. Nobody does this because it doesn't make sense. Who's going to buy one appointment at a time? Nobody. The most common options that we sell are the 10 appointment and the 20 appointment pack. So the 5 appointment is $1,350. The 10 appointment pack is $2,550. The 20 appointment pack is $4,800. And then the 40 appointment pack is $9,000. So all of this is up front, and it's going to cover exactly what we just said. So a lot of things need to be paid for up front, and that's exactly what this is covering. And you can expect to get all of these appointments within a 60-day period. So from the moment that you pay us, you should be getting all of these appointments within 60 days of the payment being processed. So that's what you can expect. So here's just a brief overview and a brief rundown of exactly what we just discussed and exactly what you can expect from us. So just to summarize everything, Essential Agency is an appointment setting company that works with marketing companies and business owners to connect them with potential clients interested in the products or services that they're offering. Our services include lead list curation, so initial lead list created to match clients' criteria, cold outreach using LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and various other social media platforms, email outreach, SMS marketing, and cold calling. Network utilization, so generating appointments using our network as well as your network, and also the outreach as well, if it matches your specific criteria. Quality assurance, we need to make sure that each appointment is booked of the highest quality by vetting each potential client through various qualification questions to ensure a good fit and a very high conversion rate. So as of right now, our average closing ratio for all of our clients is around 30%. And this takes about 2 weeks to set everything up. So you can expect us to begin on the 3rd week, and everything is completed within 60 days of the initial transaction taking place. So anyways, I hope that it clearly explains to you exactly how all of this works and exactly how our done for you service functions. It does seem like a lot, and it might seem a little bit complicated, but the reason why it is structured this way is because we have various years of experience and we know what we're doing. We're very good at what we do, and we want to make sure that you're happy with the results you're getting and that you're getting exactly what you paid for. So we want to make sure that, number one, again, I'll repeat this, the appointments are going to be very high quality. We want to make sure that you have a high chance of converting these appointments, and we want to make sure that you can actually successfully get more clients. The whole reason you're coming to us is because either you lack appointments, you want more clients, or you're too busy to do this yourself. So you want to hire someone to do it, or you want to outsource it. That's the whole reason why you're coming to us, right? So we want to make sure that we're delivering exactly what you're paying for. So we are in the business of developing long-term relations. So we want to make sure that when you come to us, you're going to be happy with what you're getting, so that way we can work together for a long time. So anyways, guys, this is my done for you service. This is how Essential Agency handles it. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can comment down below. And if you'd like to talk more about this, you can schedule a call with me directly. And my booking link is going to be actually in my YouTube channel description. So go ahead and book a call there if you'd like to talk to me. But other than that, thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate you getting to the end of the video. And I'll speak to you guys soon. Have a great day.